Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Instructionless live stream. Today we'll be building this wonderful Dobby without any instructions. This kind of gives me the vibes of last time I built a mech almost, my Ninjago set. But he looks pretty fun. Just looking at the box here. Here, let's see a top-down shot here. Looking at the box, comes in at 403 pieces. You can see the set number. Looks pretty good. I can see there's a bunch of different points on him. Trying to think of this right now. I can see a bunch of different points where there's some kind of articulation with his ears and arms. And I don't think anything with the legs. And then taking a look at the back here. Oh yeah, see, we actually have the whole head can move and kind of tilt sideways, so that's kind of fun. So we can pose it. And it even comes with this fun little floating cake. I like this though, this looks pretty good. Let's hop on in. Woo. There we go. Alright, so as usual, when building LEGO sets without instructions, we don't need the instructions. So I'm just gonna single-handedly destroy these. If anyone was here at my last live stream, I didn't rip it up because it was Sonic the Hedgehog, and I just really liked how the instruction manual looked. Anyways, we don't use instructions, but we do use the box as reference. So I'm going to be keeping the box with me so I can refer to it and see what I am trying to accomplish. And since there's no instructions, there's also no need for the package to be in any particular order. So I always like to just dump all the pieces out. This looks like a lot. I'd like to dump all the pieces out and see what we have to work with. Yeah, surprisingly, ripping little booklets like that is actually quite tough. LEGO uses good paper. Got a staple there. You know, I'm also not a big stickler for it, but I guess it's hard to see on the camera, but the color of these bricks and the color of Dobby on the box just looks a little more like desaturated, whereas these bricks look a lot more like pink. Anyways, a little interesting. All right, cool. So there we go, let's get started. I think, you know, I don't really know where I'm going to start. I was thinking I could start with the base right here and just literally work my way up. And then that way I only have pieces left over for the head. And then I'll probably just save the cake for last. Like, it'll be pretty obvious what pieces that's for. But yeah, let's start with the base and we'll work our way up. I like that. I'm assuming that's what these pieces are for. But it looks like they're connected somehow. I don't think it'd be something like that. Oh, you know what? There's a bit of a spacing, actually, with these. I think, could that be these pieces, maybe? There we go. Yeah, that makes more sense. So this is supposed to go like that. So if we connect this one. Hey, there we go. I don't know if these are the right bricks because they got the studs on the sides and the studs on the top, but I can't really see what else I would use, so I'm just going to go with that for now. And now I just need another, there we go. Oh. The amount of Lego bricks that I lose, well, not really lose, but the amount of Lego bricks that fall off my table when I'm recording is always a lot. Especially with the previous set that I just did. So many pieces, just like little tiny pieces, kept falling off of my desk for some reason. And it's 8 p.m. right now. And when I usually film these videos, it's in the evening. And trying to find dark pieces that fall on a floor that is like dark hardwood is just a nightmare to try and find. I end up actually stepping on it, and that's how I end up finding those missing pieces. All right, so let's see. I think this is how we make it, but what does he actually stand on in here, I wonder? Oh, you know what? Oh, I did. Oh no, it wouldn't be more curved pieces, would it? Well, it's definitely interesting. We'll figure that out. So far, though, this is a pretty good start for the base. Now, let's see. I'm going to start with building his feet. His feet are actually pretty interesting. Here, let's take a look. I'm trying to think, they're stacked sideways, so the studs don't actually connect to the bottom. So I'll have to be on the lookout to see how these click in place. Otherwise, I'm just going to have them kind of free floating. All right. There we go. I think that'll be a good spot. I'm assuming these white and colorful pieces are for the cake, so I'm actually just going to move them off to the side for now. All right. Okay, so let's see here. I think we're going to use one of these plates. Just realized his hands are pretty creepy. Just trying to get a sense of how these plates are all connected. It's definitely very interesting. Oh, I see. see. I'm trying to think. There we go. I need something like this. I need one of these pieces. Let's just get it. This. This is the piece I need. This is how you're going to do. I'm going to add his toes, I believe. So I would place that like that, I think. And then his toes are just these little pieces. He's got 3 toes I have to worry about, but that's a good start for now at least. And I think that's how that would go. Yeah, something like that. The nice thing is with builds like this, usually when it's any kind of like body of something, it's very easy because it's just you're trying to figure out how to build one side, and then once you figure out how to build the one side, you're just duplicating it on the other, which is pretty straightforward. But this box is very interesting. It's like the colors in the box look a little bit more yellowy. And I actually had this issue with one of the Minecraft builds I did with it was like the pumpkin house. That one caused me a lot of trouble because I was trying to find a specific brick that I couldn't find. And it's because the box actually made it look like a different color than what I was seeing. So that was fun. And then I think we put this piece like that. And we have another toe that sticks out. And I guess, by the way, I just made this. This is going to be his left foot. Because then we got to find one of these sloped bricks. Yeah, not that. Something like that, but not that. I think this one. Put that. Well, I want to say it's not that piece. I'm also not sure. There we go. This piece. Bit of a thicker brick. But yeah, really been liking the sets that I built this year. And when I say the sets I've built this year, I think I've only technically built 2. I think I've only built the Ninjago set and then a Sonic the Hedgehog for one of my live streams, which were both really fun. Sonic the Hedgehog proved to be a lot more challenging than I ever anticipated. It was definitely an interesting time. Just because those creator sets are built a little differently. I find the people at LEGO who like actually build and plan these kinds of sets, they're built in like a very thoughtful way so that building them without instructions is still pretty straightforward. Like it's nothing too challenging. But I see a gray piece. I see something like this, and I'm wondering, does this like attach to that? I don't know. Gotta try and figure out how the legs are gonna come up out of the feet. I think I need some kind of well, if I had a brick similar to this one, I don't think it's this brick specifically, but if I had a brick, I could place it like that in here and then just build straight up. But I don't, it's part of me that just doesn't think that that's right. Mainly because that's a black brick. And it looks like these are all, I just don't see where that would fit there. They also have some smooth plates going up, so maybe, let's actually see. Let's start building one of these legs. We'll just see how that goes. I need like a beige piece, kind of like this. Oh, could it be one of these bricks? Oh, maybe. That would be weird. Then I need, do I have two of these? I do. I think these might be the legs. These might be the legs. I think you put a beige piece like that. Oh wait, no. They stack on top of each other. They stack on top of each other. Connect this like that. We get a beige plate. Put that there. And then where is it? Just need like a little circular 1x1 stud. I can't remember what those are called. I think they're called studs. I'm trying to find one for his knees. But actually, now that I think about it, it looks like, aha, I need one of these. It goes like that. And then if I find one of these circular flesh tone pieces, aha, there we go. Make his kneecap. There we go. So now I just got to figure out how those connect like that to build the foot, which kind of makes me wonder. Can't put a brick like that. Oh, interesting. Actually, you can. You can. I think I'm starting to see how this is done. Ooh. So then if I put that like that, just for fun, let's just see. There we go. Oof. Ah, yeah. I think that's how we do it. That's pretty good. Don't quite know how to fill that back in. Looks like something like this. You know what? I don't know. I don't know if I like this little piece sticking off the back of his foot. But for now, I think that's a foot and a leg. Well, yeah, just his leg. So let's see if we can't keep to the theme here. Plop that down. We'll figure out how to attach everything later. But let's try and make the second leg. Because the name of the game when doing these instructionless builds is just trying to use up pieces. Because the quicker that we can kind of start clearing the board, the easier assembling the more complicated parts like the head will be. Just because there's a lot of pieces, although, hey, look at that. Isn't that fun? I don't know how many people, it's kind of like if you ever bought a puzzle and sometimes all the puzzle pieces don't get cut out. I didn't attach this piece, but I guess somehow when it was being packaged, these two pieces just slid together. What a lucky find. I don't know what are the chances of something like that happening, but definitely makes me feel lucky. Okay, so I'm gonna try and do the other foot. So what do I need? I need, now that I know, I'm gonna angle the foot this way, or the leg this way, and now I just need to make a reverse mirrored copy of it. So we'll take that, so stack it in, put that there. Where's that piece? There we go. And whoop. I just need a, there it is. Need a 1x2 brick here. Good. And then interesting. See, I said we'll just take these, right? So far, I'm only seeing 2 of these beige pieces that have holes in them for these like Technic tube pieces, so might be wrong. I got these blue pieces though, but I just don't know how those will connect. Yeah, let's see. Maybe I'm just not seeing it, because I feel like these 2 blue pieces are probably for the cake or something. Let's just look around. Maybe I'm not seeing the beige pieces. Whoop. All right. Oh, hey-oh. Look at that. Couldn't see them. Just found them. Both of them. Right there. Perfect. So that goes like that. 2-piece. Put it on like that. And then put something like that up there. Slowly getting there. Honestly, just the start of these builds and just trying to find like the singular pieces like this, right? It's not super difficult, but it's just kind of a little tedious at the start. All right. Let's see. There we go. It's pretty nice. It's good. Close-up shot here. All right. Maybe too close. There we go. Trying something new here. All right, toes. Need the toes for Dobby. No. His eye is not a sticker. Whoop. There we go. It's actually just an actual piece, which is very nice. Not a fan of stickers. Actually, there's no stickers, now that I think about it. There's no stickers in this whole build, which is really nice, because I'm not really the biggest fan of stickers. But this set's pretty nice. It looks like it comes with a lot of good quality pieces. I do have another full-length video I'm going to be releasing soon. That's not a stream. Trying something new with my process for how the videos go about being edited, so I'm curious to see how it turns out. Anyways, I think that's his foot. I need just those sloped bricks. One thing that I really hope comes with time and practicing this art of making Lego sets without any instructions, I hope that I get more familiar with just the names of all these crazy bricks and pieces. Like, a lot of them are pretty straightforward. Like, I'm assuming that's just a sloped brick. But I know from some of the videos that I've seen of professional builders, it seems like they just have a name for every single brick, which, I mean, makes sense. You probably got to really stay organized. And the best way to do that is to just keep track of all of the names of bricks that you're going to be using. One day I'll get there. All right. Second leg, or second foot is done. Time to build the main part of the leg. Which, let's see here. I need a smooth plate in Dobby flesh tone. Preferably a long 1x4 plate. But for some reason it's eluding me. Alright. Just gonna put on the beige. Put on the beige back plate for now. I do look forward to when I grow this channel and the live stream has more people present. I'm excited to just watch as people try to tell me where pieces are via the chat, because it's so easy when you're not doing something to be like, oh look, the piece is probably over here. You just gotta go up and to the left. But when you're actually in the moment trying to find the piece, it's like impossible to find. Anyways, we're just gonna skip it because I can't find that front piece. All right, there we go. We got his two legs made. Let's see, we'll go over here. We got the start. He's actually gonna be pretty tall. I think he'll kind of be up around here. Might have to film a little bit wider if I'm going to be able to catch this whole Dobby, because he's actually a lot taller than I thought. Okay, so we got the legs. Not really going to worry about the base right now. I'm going to set the base off to the side just so the feet can stay down on its own like that. And now it looks like we just got to use these two wicked big plates for the front and back of him, which is really nice because he's just a big block. So that's his front. I don't want to get too much into the details. I want to try and figure out how to build just the main insides of him first. We'll figure out the rest later. But I do got some side pieces that are sticking out, so I'm gonna have to use something probably like this. Have, oh, whoop. I have to use something like this probably, I imagine, in order to get pieces on the side. Worry about that later though, as I knock various bits of camera equipment off of my table. All right, let's see. So we've got the arms, the shoulders. Just trying to think about how they connect. Gotta use 4 of those pieces. Okay, well, actually, looking at this, I gotta put one of those, or 2 of these actually, up here for Dobby's shoulders. Then probably one of these beige flesh tone pieces. Then I gotta find the ball joint for his arm. Ooh. I always wonder what the brainstorming process is at LEGO when they're trying to build or come up with different sets. I imagine they have to, you know, think about all of the sets in general, like all the different themes that exist in LEGO. But I think it'd be fun to see how they go about picking, like, we're gonna build Dobby and add it to the LEGO Harry Potter collection. I think that would be really fun. Probably be a fun part of the whole process just to be a part of something like that. All right, gotta find the other ball joint. We got this one here. This is how we're gonna build one of the arms. Oh, there we go. So I need a skin tone piece. 1x2 skin tone plate. Sandwich that in there. Sandwich the ball joint in there. Back to that. There we go, that's perfect. So now this is the Dobby sandwich essentially. He's just a big rectangle. This is actually a very this is a very good set to build without instructions. Some of the mechs that I built previously for Ninjago they're really intricate and have a lot of articulation and really good, like, really fun and interesting, like, dynamic designs in them. But Dobby's he's just a cute little square elf. Kind of like SpongeBob. All right, let's see what happens next. I wonder. How many pieces? All right, so I'm assuming it's one of these beige pieces. Is there just a... I guess I could just do a piece like that. It seems a little chaotic, but we'll put that long plate down there. All right, now, is the side just as simple as that? I think it might be. Like, let's be honest here. Let's not go too crazy, but that looks about right. I mean, we're gonna go with that. I'll revisit that in a bit later, because it does, if you look at the top-down shot here, there we go. There's a bit of a space. Not a big fan of that, but we'll figure that out later. But so far, coming together pretty good. Trying to think, what? I think I just add, I don't want to add any more flesh tone pieces there. No. Keep forgetting I gotta build his head, so I'm gonna try to not use a bunch of the skin tone pieces if I can avoid it. Are these two different shades? No, they're the same. Oof. Oh, it's a trifle? A truffle? Interesting. There we go. Okay, so just gotta figure out how to do his head. Actually, you know what? In keeping with just kind of building our way up, let's just do his arms super quick. Because that should be pretty straightforward. I'm not too worried about that. I am trying to think, how is his head? Oh, his head is this. His head is this piece. That makes sense. And this. Oh. Woo. It's a good click. All right. Hold on. Let's actually. Uh-oh. There we go. Actually, before I move on, how about I get this whole thing settled first. Oh, jeez. And then it all falls apart. This is the part of the build where things get a little flimsy. Let's see. I think I need an angled piece for his neck. I'm trying to think of how, what kind of color is that? Oh, interesting. What if I just took this piece? And do that. Just trying to think, how do I get that piece to fit around like that? I see the usefulness now of those little orange brick separator pieces. It'd be really nice to have one of those on hand. I always thought they were kind of silly. I never understood how to use them. And then I just watched a video on how to use a brick separator and was like, oh, it makes sense. They're very useful. They're very handy. It makes sense why they exist. Whereas before, I was very much of the mindset of, I don't know why this exists or why this is a thing. All right, so let's just see those there. And we'll put that piece like that. Yeah, it doesn't really fit properly, but let's just go with that for now. Nothing wrong with it. I need a bit of a bumpy piece. Right here. Not quite sure how they got that to work, but whatever I did is definitely cheating and would be referred to as illegal techniques, which make up actually most of my instructionless builds. Just kind of put together in very strange ways. Still think it'd be fun to try and do like a free build, like a mock build or something. I see a lot of good YouTubers that do mock builds. I just think it'd be a lot of fun. I just lack the I think I just lack the organization to do a mock. And not the fact that I'm unorganized right now. Mainly the fact I haven't sorted. I've got a bunch of bins of Lego. I've just never actually taken the time to sort through them to see what kind of pieces I have and to organize them in an efficient way. But I would like to explore just doing a mock build. Really putting my creativity to the test. And just try and do something that's a little bit outside the box. I feel like that's like the true instructionless building, you know? When you're just fully making it up yourself. Oh. Interesting, I think. Oh, okay, I think I know how that piece goes there. I was confused because his head wasn't really put on properly. Actually, I still don't really know how. I'm looking at Dobby and I'm seeing a piece. Here, let me show you. I'm looking at Dobby. I'm seeing there's a little space here of brown, and then it goes to this sloped piece here. I'm trying to figure out how does that piece connect. And it's a different shade of brown. So that leads me to believe that it's just a different piece, like one of these darker brown pieces. Because it blends in with his clothing. Oh, hey, there we go. Is it this piece? Oh yeah, it's this piece. There we go. That makes so much more sense. So I gotta just pop this part open again. All right, try not to use the colored pieces. See, this is the part where I just know I'm going to end up needing to take him apart at some point to reuse pieces. I'm just trying to figure out, I'm assuming these pieces go on his back to make like a design, or not design, but add texture to the back to make it look like he's wearing his little house elf potato sack thing. Don't forget his heart. Oh, he does. He does have a heart of gold. There they are. That's really fun. I got 2 of them, actually. Good to know. That's funny. I guess I'll just put both of his hearts on. Gotta use these colored pieces for something, I bet. Let's see, how is this cake made? Nah. I 100% bet these pink pieces go inside, so here's what we'll do. Just put both of his hearts. There we go. And we'll just attach this to that. And that way we should be able to just sandwich all this in. Yeah, perfect. All right, there we go. Won't forget his hearts. He's so good, he's got 2 hearts of gold. Oh, I just realized too, he's got a big pointy nose. It's really funny. All right, I'm getting a little distracted though. I have to figure out, I need to raise this piece just a little bit. And I'm just trying to think, what do I want to use for that? I think we're going to use this pink piece, because why not? And I think his head's got to come up like that, right? Yeah. All right, perfect. Fantastic. All right, now we can start doing the front detail, which seems very straightforward. I'm assuming, probably. Oh, yeah. Assuming we just got to put a piece like that down the front. Here, how about we go down to here. Whoop. There we go. Let's not get too close. Perfect. Looking good. Hey, look at that. Found the other plate. There we go. Slowly eliminating more and more pieces. Let's see. There we go. Uh-oh. Oh no, his kneecap is interfering. Oh, never mind. I just gotta place it over a bit. What just fell off? Oh, the side piece. Got so distracted here. definitely fill those out a little bit more, but just not going to later, so it's gonna be a little flimsy. All right, let's keep going. Let's just get these clothing pieces out of the way. It's nice. If anyone watched my Sonic, oh wow, there's another heart. Too many hearts. There's 4 hearts in total. That's too many. I get it, Lego. Sometimes people are more likely to lose these small pieces, but that's too many lives. Too many lives. Considering Dobby gets axed. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't seen Harry Potter, by the way. I'm assuming we've all seen Harry Potter by now, but I apologize. You know what? It's gonna drive me nuts. I'm just gonna use a red piece. Mainly because these pieces are just gonna keep bumping them off. So if I sandwich them, uh-oh. All right, let's see. There we go. Perfect. Much better. All right, give me all of the slope pieces, please. Just want to get all those out of the way, so then I don't have to worry about it anymore. You know, assuming his back is something. Probably something like this, right? Am I assuming too much to think it's that simple? Did we already run out of pieces? I think so. Yeah, well, all right. That's fair. You know, I thought I would have one more sloped piece. Once again, I'm sure it's out there somewhere. I'm just not seeing it. Really enjoying this build so far, though. I do like how it's turning out. And for almost an hour in, we've made pretty good progress. Although now, I guess it's really just time to probably get started on his head. His head's going to be one of the more challenging aspects of this whole build. No, wait, actually, before we get hung up on the head, let's just take 5 seconds. Oh, to make his crazy hands. They look kind of wild. When you look at this photo, looks a little spooky, kind of like a claw. Can't do everything perfect in Lego, but you sure can get pretty close. I also recently have been seeing a lot of like big time, or not big time, I don't know who they are. I'm assuming they're big time artists, but I'm seeing a lot of artists using Lego as an art medium. I think that's really cool. I think it's crazy to just take the time to build giant sculptures of like people's heads or faces or something like that out of Lego, and not even like just with studs and making like a picture, but like actual 3-dimensional sculptures. I just think that's pretty crazy stuff to see, and I think it's super cool. Definitely not that talented yet. Maybe I'll make some really cool custom Lego builds in the future. Ooh, there we go. I think that's how we do his hand. Let me do that. Or his arm, sorry. And his hand is just these two pieces stacked on top of each other with the fingers. It's got 4 fingers in total. That's part of the uncanny feeling I get. Look at these little Wolverine claw hands. Just one swipe. Goodbye, Lucius Malfoy. Do. Oh, there we go. Oh. Alright, just discovered something else. I gotta move that. Gotta move that stuff down a little bit. Was a little too close and interfering. Let's see, what kind of piece? There we go. Just needed to get a bit more of a gap. There we go, because I just put his arm on and was like, why can't I actually move it? All right, so let's see. We got some more pieces here. This. Now we just gotta get another arm. So far so good. If we can have the majority of this body done in an hour, that would be fantastic. Then it's just the head and the cake that's not a cake. Truffle, trifle. I don't know what it is, but curious to build it. That part shouldn't be too difficult. I'm anticipating that Dobby's head is going to be the toughest part of this whole build. Everything else has been very straightforward, but I just know as soon as we get to the head, I bet that's where things are going to start to get a little complicated and a little interesting. All right, I need one more curved piece and this. I wonder if it gave me any extra fingers. Can I just give him 5? Or does he actually, in Harry Potter lore, do house elves just have 4 fingers. Thought they had like full hands, you know? I could be mistaken. My knowledge of Harry Potter is not amazing. I did really enjoy Harry Potter though. Oh, trifle. Oh, it's Jello whipped cream? Ugh. Sounds awful. And yes, you're right. Truffle is a chocolate. I got confused there. Thank you for clarifying, chat. Always super helpful. Just trying to see. Are there any extra fingers laying around? Nah, there's not. That's okay. All right. There we go. Still missing one of the pieces that goes there. Let's see, I should have 2. Oh, no, I see. Well, there's just no way I'm going to be able to get that piece off. Yeah. I wonder. Oh, I really wish I had a brick separator. I don't, but I do have a flathead screwdriver. Just trying to get, there we go. Trying to get that piece off. We're gonna do his front a little different. I realized I'm supposed to stagger this design. They're not all full. His clothing's supposed to look a little tattered and textured. So one of these is actually up here and looks similar to that. There we go. And then if I can just find that 1x2 plate, I can have the front of him complete, but alas, it still eludes me. Is that frustrating? No, it's fine. It's all good. But I just want that piece. And sometimes when I can't find a piece as well, like if I know that there's supposed to be a piece, and if I can't find it, I'll constantly think. Until I find it, I'll be constantly thinking, did I drop it on the floor? All right. Arms. Oh. Okay, we got that. This is sorted. Now this is supposed to have his eyes. Let's see. How the heck do his eyes attach to everything, I wonder? Unfortunately, I just can't see how his eyes really connect to anything. I'm actually gonna, yeah. Oh, God, almost threw the whole body. I'm gonna take this piece off just so I can figure out how to build the head around it. And the thing that's interesting is these are like Technic, you know, pieces. I'm trying to think, how am I connecting like what piece? I'm used to the pieces that like they connect with studs, and then the other piece also has studs on it. I'm not used to something like this. So I'm trying to think, is it something crazy like that? Are we using this? This red piece? I just don't know. This is a bit of a tricky spot we're in. If one of these, like, if I can see another piece that uses one of this Technic, well, I mean, that kind of works. Let's see though, actually, if we put that back there and this in the front. No, that doesn't work. All right, which way is the front of this whole build? I'm gonna go with this. All right. There we go. Does this make sense? Is his head gonna be super thick? Maybe. I can't connect that piece though. Really just kind of guessing. This is the part that always gets a little interesting for me, is when I have to deal with all of these Technic pieces and wonder how I'm going to construct everything. I also want to know, what is this crazy piece for? Where does this go? Oh, it holds the trifle. Interesting. Oh, wow. And look at that. Just looking at the side of the box here. Here's the sock in the book that we have to make. We got to make the book. And then this is for, this holds the trifle. So, and I can see that there's two of these pieces that I just attached, two of these clear pieces. So obviously, this clear piece should not go here, but I just don't know. I just don't know what to do. I'm just not seeing other, like, compatible Technic pieces that really, like, make sense. Yeah. All right. Quietly trying to think. How does this connect? You know what? How about this? We're going to pivot. The head is the most difficult part, right? Just makes sense. Let's make some of these other pieces, just so we can get things out of the way. I'm thinking the book. Book seems easy. To me, the book seems easy. So let's go with the book. Also, I used a bunch of hearts inside of him, inside of Dobby, and I'm just sitting here thinking, or sitting here looking at it, and realizing that there's hearts, gold hearts, 4 of them on this book. Oh, it's Tom Riddle's diary. Oh, yes, that makes sense. From the movie. Good old Tom Riddle. Let's see, how big is this book? Oh yeah, okay. So it uses these pieces. That's interesting. Oh, that makes sense. It uses these white pieces because that's the paper for the book. That makes sense. Okay, so makes sense. Dobby has a heart. I have 3 hearts. I just have to open Dobby up and take one of his hearts. Whoops. Alright, well, hate to do it, but oh, goodness. Give me your heart. Oh yeah, now he looks really spooky without a head. He has arms and everything. All right, there we go. Uh-oh. There it is. I was gonna say, where'd the heart go? All right, perfect. Okay, that is the book. Now I need to connect the pieces. Just trying to think here. It's not a gray piece. The gray piece is for the sock. I don't have any of these black plates. Oh, actually, I say that as I just find a black plate. So I think it has to go something kind of like this, right? Bunch of black plates. Right? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Put all those there. Put those pieces there like that too. There we go. Now we can create a book that opens. Do I have any? Wait a minute. There were stickers. Look at that. I just didn't drop it out of the box. I was thinking, none of these pieces say Tom Riddle's diary on it. My goodness. I'll never rid myself of stickers. At least I don't have to glue, put stickers on his eyes, right? That would be too much, because you know that they're not going to look right. I just don't have the expertise to put these on perfectly. Like this one actually worked out pretty well. If you can just grab focus. Come on. Whatever. But I don't have the expertise. I had friends that I knew who could really put like screen protectors on a phone really well. And I just lack that precision. I've always lacked that precision. It's just not a real solid skill that I have. All right, look at that. This is coming along pretty good. Let's show the top down. There we go. Oh, and then we need where it gets stabbed with the basilisk fang. Gotcha. There we go. So put one on that side. And one kind of similarly placed on the back of it. That's perfect. All right. Let's see. Dobby's also got a base plate, like a name plate right there. We're just going to put this sticker on just so we're done with the stickers. We're done with it. Did things a bit out of order. Oh, look at that. Actually kind of nailed that one. Anyways, usually I save the stickers for very last, but whatever. There were only 4, so lucky me. And they sorry about that. And they actually weren't that difficult to put on, so perfect. All right, so making good progress. Let's get rid of the sock. Let's just make the sock. I think that is also pretty straightforward. A piece of the sock that goes like that. So it can be used as an anchor, right? To sit on the book. And how does this work? Oh, use these angled black pieces. Is that what we use? Is that what I'm using for this? Yeah, I think so. Well, that's certainly interesting. Let's see, do I have a smaller gray piece to use here? That has to stack up like that. And then just trying to see the sock from a different angle. It looks like it's got black pieces. It's a gray plate. It looks like it's got black pieces on it, so don't quite know how that fits in. Also, this is the wrong gray piece. I need a dark gray. Sock is dark gray, which is good. So then those two fit like that. But do I have a black piece that curves in sharper? Let's take a look. I don't think so. It's a bit of a tricky dilemma. Let's see. piece. I think I'm just gonna put black piece and a black piece. I don't know if that's 100% correct, but I'm gonna go with it. Ooh, actually. Oh. There we go. Looking pretty good. Let's see. Oh, you know what? That makes a lot more sense. I was like, it looks like the sock is rounded at the end. And I was like, how did they do that? This is how. They just used this piece. And I'm just trying to think, how did they do that inner piece? Oops. Just a single piece like that, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Not perfect, but it's a sock. It's a sock that goes in the book. Sock that goes in the book. Oh, it actually fits in the book too. Oh, that's fun. I like that. So if you want to close it, mystery sock. Woohoo! All right, and then what else? What other pieces do we got? We got towards. Oh no, that's his eyeball. Let's see, there's some blank pieces. Looks like we just use over here. Why? I don't really know. But they're there, so we're gonna put them there. There we go, that's the book and the sock. If I wanted to, I could be real adventurous. Actually, I think I'm gonna revisit this base. I realized that these gray angled pieces here are the perfect have the perfect rounded edges to fit in here. And I think this helps really make the base fill out a little bit. I'm still trying to think of where his feet are gonna go in this, but I think it's gonna be a problem for another time. For now we're getting pretty close. Oh, and you know what? Just gonna have to take apart this whole thing, because I just keep realizing the mistakes I've made. Yeah, so these aren't supposed to be these pieces, right? I was right. That makes sense. It's supposed to be those full bricks. That makes more sense. And that's why we have 4 of them. One for each side. There we go. Perfect. So now that makes a lot more sense. So now we're just going to close up this radius again. And at this point, is it safe to say, oh, this is like a book piece actually. Is it safe to say that one of those pieces can just go there? It would help hold it all together. Or is that just what that's supposed to be? Maybe that's what that's supposed to be. Maybe this is a part of his head. Who knows? I sure don't. All right. We got a much more solid base. Now, just gotta make, or try and figure out his head. Once again, I got rid of all these extra, got rid of all these extra pieces. Just gotta see. I don't know why we have another spare piece like that. All right. Looking at his head. It's just a little complicated looking. Maybe it's getting too far ahead, but I can see that a piece like this has to go here. You know what? Name of the game, just get rid of pieces. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to start with the actual head because it's complicated. I'm going to get rid of pieces, right? So this is how his eyes are going to be, right? His eyes are going to sit kind of in here somehow. And this is where his ears attach. And his ears are really simple. So I'm just going to make those. Just going to make those right off the bat because that'll also help me just free up a lot of, because I have so many of these like skin tone colored pieces that I don't know what's like the right piece to use versus the wrong piece. So we're just going to try and free up the board so that I can see a little more accurately what it is I have left to work with. Because building sets without instructions is actually quite easy, but it gets easier, right? It gets easier if you just take away a lot of the pieces that are stopping you from seeing what you have left. Sounded really complicated, but it's just, you just got to get rid of the pieces, right? The more pieces you get rid of, the more complex and harder things like his head become a little bit easier. Unless you've done everything completely wrong, which has happened to me a few times on these builds. That's happened a few times to me where just everything was assembled wrong from the start, and then you're left with a lot of pieces that just don't make sense. But I think I'm making good progress with little dobsters here. I just need that connector piece. There we go. That. I need a 1x1. Where's my 1x1 bricks? I didn't use them anywhere else, did I? See? Like that. All right, we're gonna come back to his arms, or we're gonna come back to that. Filling in those gaps later on his torso. Okay. Perfect. So now I got my, that's exactly what I meant, where if you just put the pieces, if you put some pieces in the wrong spots, it actually might get more tricky as you get closer to the end and start realizing that you can't find any of the correct pieces that you need. All right, that freed up a bunch. That's looking pretty good. Let's try and figure out his face. Pretty straightforward. Put a little piece there. 1 by 1 brick that comes out, and then the sloped stud for his nose. Boom. Okay. Now then I wonder. Can kind of see. Got these snot pieces here, which I always struggle with. I always struggle a little bit with these snot pieces when trying to do this. Let's see if I can just worry about that later. Although I imagine trying to disassemble his head is going to be real troublesome in the future, but I'm going to leave it for now. Oh, wait a minute. His nose. Whoa. Is that how his nose is done? Let's see. Can I get a shot closer to the side? Oh, that is. Perfect. I was really confused as to how that was going to make sense. I also need another... I need just a skin tone piece that I don't have. It's very interesting. Unless I'm thinking about this wrong, but I don't think I am. All right, you know what? We're just gonna put that there. We're gonna do it like that. Go down to my other shot here. Okay, got his ears. All right, so this is looking pretty good. I'm just going to, I think this is a good start. Oh boy, his head just looks the more I look at it, the more it kind of upsets me. Which is mainly just the angles they use. They just use these pieces, right? I don't like these pieces. Mainly because I don't know how to use them. I just don't know how to use them effectively. And I still don't know how I'm going to connect anything to this. This does not make sense to me. Let's see. Let's try and be smart about this here. Well, actually, I got this little piece here. That connects there. That connects there. Does this make anything? Let's find out. Actually, before I do that, I may have just realized how to connect Dobby to the ground. Oh, that's perfect. Look at that. That's so fun. I love when I did Santa's sleigh at the end of last year. Really liked how you got these different curved plates and curved bricks. I like how you can fit them all inside each other, like they all scale up outwards. I just think that's really cool. Anyways, I figured out how Dobby attaches to this now, and I'm very excited, so I'm stopping what I was doing to try and finish this. And then this, I'm assuming, is one piece there. And then another piece like that. I don't know. And then I'm going to do something wild. I have no clue if I'm going to need that piece, but I'm going to put it there like that. Boom. And then Dobby, his foot connects to the edge like that. What? Crazy. Here, let's get the front view. Almost there. Look at that. Getting pretty good. Very excited. This is actually turning out pretty decent. Now though, let's see how this face goes. This whole head. Not looking forward to it. I think I have to use this red. I thought this was used for the trifle, but the more I think about it, the more I think I have to use it somehow. Or this just works. I just don't think it does. It just doesn't. It doesn't make sense. If I had a piece that was reversible that had like these double ends. Although no, this is too much. I don't even know where I'm going with this anymore. All right. I can't get hung up. I gotta keep the momentum going. So you know what we're gonna do now? We're gonna avoid, we're just gonna completely avoid the challenging part, which is trying to figure out how to do his head. We're gonna build the cake instead, the trifle. I'm looking at it. It looks like there's rounded pieces. Oh, there are rounded pieces. I have no clue. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe those pieces go there. I'm not entirely sure. Perfect. All right. Alternating patterns. Let's go. This is really easy. And I mean, honestly, I knew that I didn't need to use these colors for the build, but honestly, I have to do this eventually anyways. And it's just gonna make seeing the final, like the big picture, so much easier once I have just like the board, like I said, completely clean, and I can just see what's left and what I have to work with, right? There we go. Never had a trifle before. I wonder if they're any good. From what it sounds like, I don't think they would be good. They might be good. I don't think I would like them is more what I'm trying to say. I feel like there are desserts out there that are much better. But who am I to judge? I'm trying to think of what set I should build next as well. Oh. Okay, there's a lavender piece. I can see it on the floor. Luckily, it's colored very brightly, so it stands out. This is me, though, just trying to get this thing done. But yeah, I'm trying to think, what am I going to do for my next build? I don't know. I got a full-length build that I know I have to get out soon. That's coming up. But as for my next actual build that I'm planning, I don't really know what I'm going to do. I had someone suggest on my last LEGO Ninjago build to do, I can't remember what it's called. It's like the one, the LEGO Ninjago, like urban city or something like that. And I love looking at that set. I think that set looks really good. It looks aesthetically very cool. And I would love to do a real, like, big kind of instructionless build. And I just have no clue how it would turn out. But I like the idea of just really trying to see, like, what's the biggest this challenge can go, right? Because there will always be new big Lego sets that come out. And I'm just curious when I'll get a chance to do one of those really big epic sets, you know? Maybe not like Titanic level just yet, but eventually I would like to do one of those ultimate like Star Wars collection builds. That would be pretty fun. Also, I kind of lost the pattern, what I was supposed to be doing here. Kind of just putting pieces all willy-nilly. Yeah, definitely very easy to kind of just like fall into a bit of a zen mode when building Lego sets without instructions. It's one of the parts that I like. You can kind of just get really comfortable with it. It's just kind of relaxing. It's kind of like, oh, ship in a bottle. That would be fun. That's the one where I think they give you a bunch of like clear studs like this. And I think they actually ask you, like, once you build the ship, you just have a huge baggie full of them. And I think you just pour it into the actual bottle. That would actually be a lot of fun. I think ship in a bottle would be a hilarious time. It sounds pretty nightmarish, but in like a fun, challenging kind of way. Oh, jeez. If only I could just use all these pieces in a much quicker fashion. Yeah, ship in a bottle. Just keep thinking about that now. Would be a lot of fun. Also want to explore more of the Lego themes. I'm a big Jurassic Park fan. And I think that there's a lot of really good Jurassic Park sets, I think, that are out there. One of my favorite sets of all time was the Dino Attack theme that they had. This came out years and years ago. But as a kid, I really liked the Dino Attack theme. It was this awesome, like, it was like post-apocalyptic dinosaur mayhem. You had tanks. There were really cool, like, minifigures with, like, these awesome little, like, guns that they had to battle the dinosaurs with. And I remember they didn't have any official Jurassic Park Lego at the time, but I thought, this is so cool, and got me, you know, it was really exciting to see Lego sets with like actual like dinosaur pieces in it. And then I kind of just like fell out of Lego as I got older. And didn't really get into it too much again until like now, essentially. And look at that. Ooh. It's a good looking trifle. All right. Oh boy. Although I guess technically. Whoop. Come on. There we go. Ooh, look at that. Wow, so delicious. Use all the pieces? Yeah. There's some smaller ones left over still, but that's fine. All right, now the question is, do we use this? Does this go inside Dobby's face? The answer is, I don't know. I don't know, and I don't think so. I think Dobby's face, though. I think I have to put these on. I don't know why. I don't know how this is going to fit. But Dobby's face looks something like that. It's got a little bit extra lip hanging off, but it's not like a full stud's worth. Okay. That's done. That's done. Let's get some of these pieces out of here. Oh, actually, hey. Whoa. Just thought about this. These light blue pieces. Now, usually, I think, I'm not too sure. Actually, yeah, I built some Lego sets recently. Not recently, like a few years ago. And I think that whenever you have bright colored pieces like this, these are pieces that obviously are not meant to be seen. So these have to go inside somewhere. And that makes sense, right? Bright red Technic piece. Oh, actually, you know what? So I feed that part through there. I connect that there. And look at that. Perfect. So this connects, or so now I have like a stud to go off of. All right, so actually, now I think about it, I gotta put it like that. And so if I put something, not quite, doesn't quite fit. Just trying to think. Let's see, let's give a top-down shot here. Whoa. Just hit the arm of that, whoopsies. There we go. Just trying to think, how can I move that piece out just a bit? So close to connecting. I guess I could just use a piece like that, right? I just feel like this has to be it. Okay, so I figured out a way to put his face like that. Now we have to build sideways. And I'm assuming now that I have these pieces here, I can do something like that, right? Kind of round out the shape. I'm just unsure. This part is just very tricky. His eyes are just, I have no clue how his eyes fit up in his head. I see something, but I just don't know how that works. Okay, hold on, wait. So we have an eye, and I see that there's like a, you connect these half circles. Oh, and then I got more of these half circles. Oh, please tell me this is the way. Also, I'm missing an eye. Oh, there it is. Oh, I got a piece just slowly trying to roll away on me as well. All right, so we got those. And then does that connect like that? I need to actually angle this in a way. I want the glint in his eye to be facing the same direction. All right, there we go. Looking pretty good. Okay, I got his eyes. Just trying to think of where do I go with it from here? Does it fit up there? It doesn't, that's in the way. I can't have that in the way. And then, well, maybe I put a 3-piece. Maybe 3 pieces go like that, right? Build at the face. Would be more. Oh, I think I might have figured it out. I think I might have figured out his eyes. Yeah, okay. No. I didn't. I thought I did. Alright, so maybe his eyes just kind of float here. Like that, right? Isn't that insane? Then if we just carefully. Ooh. There we go. That's kind of how his head is supposed to look. Spooky. Oh, all right. I think that's how it is, but I just don't know. It's just, this is just like so wonky. Yeah. It's just a little weird. It's truly the trickiest part of this whole build is just figuring out this head. Okay, so what do I not need? I don't need, well, I do need some, I think I need to use some beige, some of these like beige clothing pieces. This is, I'm gonna say, this is completely ruled out. Like, we don't need this. I'm just gonna take it off frame. Don't need this, and get that out of here. Some trifle stuff. Just trying to get rid of the little silly pieces that I don't think I need, or the pieces that I just don't know how to really utilize. Although, if I do that, is that crazy? Right? Is that insane? Maybe not. Maybe not. I have no clue how to do the back of his head. Can't see the back of it. A lot of the times with characters like this, you don't see the back of their heads. Or like the back of their bodies in general. Because like, I mean, like, why would you? So, oh, look at that. Really got the wide field of view. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? You just click them into place just like that? Wow, look at that. That's perfect. That did it. Look at that. That's what happens. Making magic. I'm just missing. Oh, you know what? His feet. Look at Dobby's feet. You know, I said it right off the bat. I don't like how these little pieces stick out. I need, oh, ouch. Oh. Goodness, Lego is sharp. Kind of got myself. All right. Now I'm getting real just jumping all over the place here. I gotta just take a second. Well, I need two of those pieces for sure. Okay, I don't want to go too crazy here. And ruin the feet entirely. What I need was, that needs to just come off. I think we put a 3-piece there. Right? Yeah, sure. Right, 3-piece goes there, and then we cap it off with that. Boom, that's done. And then kind of broke Dobby's feet over here. But as I need a brick like that, right? Other brick goes there like that. We do a 3-piece and then a 4-piece. Perfect. Put those feet back on. Gonna set Dobby back up over here. It's a little off to the side when I put him on the base, but I'm gonna worry about that later. Just getting excited. Okay, so this is good because now I think I need a piece that goes there like that, right? And then I put one piece up there, one piece up there, and that, as far as I can tell, is the top of the head, right? So I just have to figure out. Ooh. Oh, look at that. I'm getting there. Almost there. Ooh. Now if I put this piece. Oh, yeah. There we go. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. But that is looking pretty sleek. Looks pretty Dobby if you ask me. Okay. Don't get too excited. Gotta figure out the back of his head. I have no clue. Actually, you know what? I think these pink pieces right here, those definitely go inside his body. We're not gonna worry about that right now, though. I'm assuming this is how we do the back of the head, right? Do those little soft pieces like that, maybe? I'm not too sure. Let's see, just trying to tidy things up here. See what I have left to work with. I've got a 1x2. I got this brown piece. I don't know what that's for. Same with this blue piece. Maybe. Now I don't know how to rotate the pieces sideways. I have to rotate the pieces sideways at somehow to make the side of his face, right? I need something like this going on the side of his face. I don't know how to make those sloped pieces though. That's not sitting properly on it. There we go. All right. I just don't think this is 100% right, but oh, you know what? I wonder. This is where these bricks with the studs on sides come into play. Nah, I would draw too much color. Maybe for the back, right? Maybe we put them on here. Maybe we put those on there like that. And now that allows us to do something. Let's see, I got these. These 3x3. 3x3 pieces here. Whoa. Whoops. Still doesn't help me. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see. How ridiculous. How ridiculous can we make this? I just feel like I I need to do something like that. That's gonna make his head too thick now, though. Let's see. Do I have any? I do. Let's just take a look. I'm supposed to do something like that. Nope. You know what? That's actually not that bad. That's not that bad. That kind of works. Kind of. Actually, you know what? I wonder if we got rid of... Ooh. Alright, this is the part where things start to feel a little flimsy here. Aha, there we go. Just gotta push that piece back in. Alright, so if I actually then just put that there, put that there. It's much better. It's much better. All right. Sponge cake and fruit custard. Don't like the jelly part. That does sound actually really good. My mouth is kind of watering. I appreciate the description of a trifle. Now I'm a little hungry though. I'm almost done this. Made really good progress. I'm glad I actually decided to wait for the head to be the very last piece. All right, just don't know how the back. It's very exposed, very open to the world. How can I, if I put that there, like, is this going to interfere with his head articulation? I'm just worried for when I go to put this head back on that I need to put some force to click it in, and I'm worried I'm going to 100% destroy this head. Let's see, how can I actually... There we go. I'm adding a piece. Added a brick right here, just so when I go to push down, this piece doesn't shoot straight up and we'll get kind of stuck on that. Because now I'm kind of almost done. Got a bunch of these brown pieces. White piece. I think I need to maybe pull a reverse like that. Is this crazy? So let's say I do this then. None of those pieces can connect. Unless... Unless, what if... put. Just trying to. Uh-oh. Oh no, I've broken so many pieces. Oh, I've gone really silent because I'm trying to figure out how to maneuver this piece back in properly. Because I've broken it. Because it's all very flimsy, and I'm just trying to not destroy all of the work. I spent so long trying to make. Oh, his nose. All right, everything's fallen off. What is happening? You know what? We're gonna put a piece across there like that. Try and sandwich his head into place. And then, let's see. All right, train wreck. Slow motion here. That's what this is. You know what? We're just gonna improvise, trying to minimize the amount of moving around these pieces do. So let's just see if I do something. Right, if I do something like this. There we go. I was gonna say perfect. Then I realized I can't put that piece there. Ah. All right. Definitely feeling stuck on the Band-Aid brand. All right, so I need that piece. Goes there. Oh. Just shot a piece right off of the table. All right, let's see. Let's get to a different. Uh-oh. Well, 1 second. Oh. All right. Still here. Just thinking. Wanted to switch. Here, 1 second. There we go. Much better. Sorry about that. Just had to get my main camera working again. Just because we're almost done this and I want to be able to show off in a nice reveal shot how Dobby turned out. Just trying to think now. Dang it. Just dropped a piece. I can't find it. Thought I could see it. All right, you know what? I'm going to just going to put Dobby back together. There we go. I think we're just going to call it there. This looks pretty good. Got Dobby with his awesome little stand. Oh. There we go. His head isn't the sturdiest. And now, let's see, can I give him there we go. Wow. Look at that. Perfect. This actually turned out really well. I mean, aside from the back, right? A little bit bare, a little exposed, but you know what? Look at this. This is the only way people are going to see Dobby anyways, so does it really matter? I don't think so. It actually looks pretty cute. I'm actually quite impressed. And look at that. We did all this without instructions too. Very fun. And just so everyone can see too, we've got this many pieces remaining. Perfect. Awesome. Well, I think that's it for me. This was a very fun live stream. I do live streams at the end I think I'm trying to do I'm trying to do the last Saturday at 8 p.m. of every month on top of my normal full length builds. My current build is just running a little bit behind, but really like how this turned out. And until next time, happy building. Thanks for watching.